Nowadays, it's hard not to be pessimistic about the state of the world. I mean, we as a human race are quickly learning the lesson that if you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. And we've certainly won our fair share of stupid prizes. And this just gives you the shits. But what if I was to tell you that there exists someone who can turn that frown upside down? Someone who can bridge the cultural divides which separate us? Someone who can try to apply the band-aid solution to some of the world's various conflicts. And that someone is Kagamine Rin. Now, you might be wondering, how is this possible? How can Kagamine Rin be the solution to world peace when Miku is the far more well-known and beloved Vocaloid? Well, you see, Miku has been completely sullied from corporate greed. Although originally a voice synthesizer made to empower indie artists, the character that represents the voice bank has been bled dry by consumerism. As if it exists, there's probably Miku merch of it. And while Rin is also the intellectual property of Krypton, she is less capitalized on, which can allow her to be loved by those of all class backgrounds. But at the end of the day, they're just characters that represent voice banks, and these voice banks are used to create music, which is one of the many tools that can be used to unify us humans. And as voice synthesizers empower indie artists to create songs with actual souls, which is something we hardly see in the music industry. As Vocaloid artists around the world will keep creating songs with souls that those of all cultural and religious backgrounds can relate to. And this shared experience of Vocaloid, which we already are seeing, bridges cultural backgrounds and results in mutual understanding, especially songs which use Rin's voice, as there's typically less backlash to these songs than there would be for a song that uses Miku or Tedo's voices, due to the unfortunate stigma surrounding them. And obviously, since Rin's just a voice bank, she can be anything you want her to be. But let's be real, we all see Rin as a character assigned to a voice bank, as it's the way we humans function. We tend to associate pictures to things, and Rin, from a character design alone, can unify us as humans. As if there's anything I've learned in the last week, it's that there's nothing the right wing fears more than people with coloured hair. And since Miku has blue hair, this automatically triggers a fear response from a particular group of people, which obviously isn't very good for this, connection, everyone loving each other shit. So Rin, who's got yellow hair, won't be held to the same magnifying glass as Miku is. And while I'm on the topic of hair colour, I've got a crazy theory, which no matter what you think is technically canon. Vocaloids are all just Super Saiyan. Rin is always in a Super Saiyan form, so's Len, Miku Super Saiyan Blue, Gummy's a legendary Super Saiyan, and whatnot. You see the point. Anyways, we see the base form of Rin and Miku in the song Double Ganger, but they choose to remain in their Super Saiyan form as they're training the same way Goku and Gohan were for the Cell games. And the love of Dragon Ball is something that's shared across the world for all continents. And when Rin follows in suit of Idachi Rei in gaining a real-world body, she'll use her Super Saiyan powers, which she's been training for, to end some key global conflicts. All while the songs created by our voice banks seek to empower, inspire, and bridge cultural gaps, creating world peace in her own way. And while Rin might rise to the limelight and become a victim of overcapitalization as she saves the world, it's better for it to be her than a Udaloid, as Udaloids being open source voice banks that represent the working class, and if Udaloid was to be used as a tool to bridge the class divide and save the world in Super Saiyan fashion, they would attract the interest of venture capitalists looking to exploit them for a profit, and they'll try to overwhelm the volunteer-run organisations like Twin Drill, who own the intellectual rights of Udaloids like Tedo, with their financial might. So Rin must be the instrument used to save the world, as her rights are already owned by a large corporation, who face less risk of exterior financial corruption.
Well, corruption is all over the world. South Sudan is part of the world, so it cannot be free of corruption.
I'm asking you